Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video tutorial. It's me again, Peter. Thank you so much for the love that was shown in the last video that I made about the creating your domain controller and also adding the additional domain controller on the Windows Server 2019 lab environment. Today, what we're going to be seeing is step-by-step guide on how to install the System Center Configuration Manager version 2203 as a standalone primary server in our Windows Server 2019 lab environment from scratch. So before we begin, I understand maybe we make sure that on your domain controller you already have a static IP, and which I have right here. You go here, properties, you check to make sure that whenever we restart the domain controller, it doesn't change IP. Also on your SCCM server, we make sure that this also have an IP address so that when we restart it, it doesn't change IP. So let's begin. I've actually do this in a different kind of steps. And I think this is the best way that I've come up with. So step one is just going to be the checking on the primary side server installation. Oh, sorry about that. Installation prerequisites. So what did I mean by this is that I'm going to show you the virtual environments that I have. So let's go over it right now. So what is the virtual environment? So I want to let you know that you might want to compare these with the one that you have. Well, we can actually check it here. I have 16 gig of memory and I have almost 200 gig of space. So I don't have too much. Like this is just a lab, so there's nothing too much going on here. So 100 gig and 4 gig of memory. So on the DC one is where we're going to have Windows Server 2019, which is the one that we have right here. And also we have actually made this to become a domain controller. We have an Active Directory up and running right here with our users. Also, we have our DNS server right here and we have DHCP. That is what is going to be on the domain controller for now. So for the configuration manager server, we already have our Windows Server 2019. I'm using data center. So here we're going to install the SCCM 2203. We're going to install our SQL server. We're also going to install the ISS. We're going to install the WSUS and our ADK. So that's all we have from this side for the the virtual environment. So the second one is going to be the installation media. What installation media do we require here? So like I mentioned earlier, we're going to require Windows Server 2019, so which is the Windows Server 2019. We're going to require the SCCM 2203, which is the one that we are using. We're going to have a SQL Server 2019. Please, we can only use Developer Edition or Standard. We cannot use Express. So is either going to be Developer or Standard. So here in our media, we're going to have the SQL Management Studio. Then also we are going to have Windows ADK version and also Windows PE add-on. So in the installation media, those are the things that we need to have handy on environment. So if you like, you can actually pause this video and actually download this. I already have them, so what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to navigate to where I download all of these and I'm going to move it to this server. So let me just minimize these. Let me minimize, and I'm going to take my SCCM. I'm going to take my both Windows K. I'm going to take my SQL Server 2019 and the other one. So I'm copying everything over here. All right. For me, everything is actually looking good. So I have the installation media right here. So what is the next thing that we need to do? Next that we need to do, we have to create some AD accounts, which is some Active Directory account. Since we are actually on our configuration manager server, we can just easily navigate to our domain controller, navigate to tools and Active Directory users and computers. So what kind of account are we going to create right here? We're going to create a different account like SCCM admin. Actually, I'm going to provide this information in the below this video, or if you just need it, you can actually reach out to me. So right here, I wanted to create, I'm going to do organization units, and I'm going to call it MECM lab. So I'm going to create another OU. I'm going to call it groups. I'm going to create another one and I'm going to call it users. So now let's start having the account created. So I'm going to create an account called SCCM admin. So where's our notepad? So those account is going to be pushed here, SCCM admin. So since this is going to be an admin account, I'm going to go to user and copy the administrator template. So I put SCCM admin, and also I'm just gonna have SCCM admin here. Okay, and I'm going to push in my password. Got it. So I will move this user to the group here. Yeah, just want it right here. Okay, we're cool with that. So now I'm going to create the rest of the accounts. So the second account I'm creating right here, it's going to be the SQL service account. So I'm going, since this is just going to be a regular account, I'm not going to do the way. I'm just going to right click here, new user, paste it right there, and you just paste it right here. That's all. So I'll punch in my password. I'm going to choose password never expire. Please be very careful right here, because when you're creating your user in a default environment, it's going to have the user must change their password at the next login. So we don't want to do that. So I put it to password never expire. Then I'm going to start creating the rest of the account. I need to create SCCM network accounts also. So I just do the same thing, just copy that SCCM account, and I don't want to use that as a login name because it's going to be too much, to be honest. So all I want to do is just do this network account. So SCCM network account. That's all I need. So where's our notepad? So now we have 3 accounts created. So we're going to create another account called SCCM client push install account. So we're going to do the same thing. Come over here, do the copy thing. So SCCM underscore client push install account. Okay, it looks like something happened here. Accounts. So SCCM CPIA. Good. I'm good with that. So Punch in my password. Oh, does what happened? Let's do it again. Oops, okay. It's been a long day, so I might be doing something wrong here. Okay, there we go. So another account that we're actually also going to create, which is the domain join account. So where's our notepad? All right, so we're going to do the same, copy. So we do the same thing. So we're good. Okay, nice. So we're going to create our SCCM admin groups. So we're going to navigate to the groups and just right click, new group. That's it. Let's go to our notepad and put it right there. So another account we wanted to create, it's kind of optional, but if you're going to be uninstalling the reporting services from the SQL, maybe this is needed. I have not used it, but why not? We can actually create that account also. We go back to user, new, user, then we do the same thing, underscore SQL underscore reporting account. Okay, make sure the password never expires. All right, so we are done with creating an account. What do we go over right here? We make sure that I've been actually going with you on well, we have done the virtual environment. We have the installation media that it's needed. So we go through the AD accounts. These are all the accounts that was actually created for this lab. So one thing that we wanted to do is that we wanted to go back to our configuration manager server, and we're going to do something here. Okay, we're going to head to the local administrator. So we do lusrmgr.mcs. So we're going to add the lab, the SCCM admin, and also the lab computer. So we're going to groups administrator, add, look for the SCCM admin. Not the group one, please. If you have it here, I'll have it like this one. You might not be able to see it very well, so make sure that we have the admin. Okay, now we're going to add the computer object. So first we have to make sure that we go to the object type, click on that. So we'll look for the SCCM. Oh well, in this case mine is configuration manager. That is the server. So right here, apply. Okay, and that's all we have to do here for the server configuration. And let's go. Okay, I just want to make sure that we don't miss the step. So we do the server configuration. Now we are going to create the system management container and delegation of permission. So that is what it's remaining right now. So let's go back to domain controller. Please be very careful here because we are going to be dealing with one of the most dangerous paths in domain controller. So we type ADSI edit. So we're coming here, right click, connect. Just leave it as default and just click on OK. So you want to double click on this and also double click on this and come to system. So in the system, we're going to right click on this and new object. We're going to scroll down a little bit to see container. Next. And you want to carefully type system management. What I did is that I actually type it in a notepad and I'm going to paste it there so that I don't make any mistake. It's very important we don't make mistakes. So next, finish. So right now we saw the system management right here. We're going to right click on it, go to properties. No, apologize. We're going to go back to, we exit out here. We don't need that one anymore. We're going to go back to our Active Directory users and computer. We're going to go to view, advanced feature. We go to system. Now here we are looking for that system management that we created. Now that we find it, we go to properties. We're going to go to now that we find it, before we go to properties, we have to go to delegate control and we click on next. We need to add, and we need to add the configuration manager machine. So the reason why this error message happened is because I don't have the object type for computer. So now that I have it, we should have it right here. So I click on OK, now next. So here we have to create a custom task to delegate. We click on next. Right now we have to click on next again, and here we have to make sure that all these are checked. Next, finish. So in order for us to verify that that computer, which is the configuration manager server, I have the permission already, we right click on it, we go to properties, security, and we highlight the identity for that computer, and we see that everything is allowed. So that's how we create a system management container and delegate of permission to that. So the next step is actually, so we need to close out here. The next step is actually to extend the Active Directories schema for 1902 servers. So what I found out here is that we need to copy this installation that I have right here. In your case, it might actually showing you like maybe, well, let me go ahead and extract this. And I'm going to browse the location. I'm going to give it a desktop. But on the desktop, I'm just going to do MECM 2023. Let's see, that is actually 2203. So we unzip that. Look at that. It might take a while a little bit, because the reason why I'm doing this is because I really wanted to copy that installation file, and I'm going to copy that to the domain controller in order for me to actually extend the Active Directory schema. So it's actually doing its things right here. It might take a while. So while it's doing that, I hope you're following along. If you do have any question, please do let me know. In the step 1, remember that we have actually checked the virtual environment. We know the installation media that we needed. We already created the accounts. Also, we did a little bit on the server configuration and create the system management container and also delegate some permission. So now that we have that, it's successful. Okay, good. Close. So I'm going to browse into the folder, and I'm supposed to be able to copy this folder. Oh, yeah. Is that the one that is needed? No. It looks like this is not the one that. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay. I need to copy this. Yes, I need to copy this. I copy it here. Why it's not copying? What's going on? Okay. Let's do something again, because sometimes I face that kind of stuff. I don't know why it's not copying, to be honest. But anyway, this is a lab. You might actually face the same also. So let me go ahead and run this again and make sure that I did the same thing on the desktop. Put the slash MECM 2203 and unzip it. So alright guys, I just wanted to mention here that the account that is used to log into this domain controller, we need to make sure that, I'm going to check who am I. Okay, I'm lab admin. We need to make sure that these account actually have schema admin accounts. So I mean permission. So we can go check that one out. Okay, let's go ahead and take this off. Go back to user. We go to lab admin. Okay, properties. Member of. Okay, schema admins. Okay, it's good because we need that to run the extension. So now that is finished, now successful. Now that is finished, I'm going to go to setup bin 64 and I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I'm looking for a file called etadsch. So what I'm doing here is that I'm going to do shift right click so that I can copy the path. I'm going to go ahead and open my CMD, right click, run as an admin. Yes. Oh, okay. I'm going to CD. Okay, no, let's do something. I think that is not going to work, but let me try. Why not? It might work, but I see something right here. Yeah, it works. Okay, so all I just did is just go here, hold the shift then, copy the path and come and paste it here. So it let us understand that this is actually success, and we can actually go to this or come over here, no, to the C drive and look at the report. So everything is going on well. So because of our time, I'm going to exit out of that. That is done. So if you want, you can delete this, but I'm just going to leave it there. I go back to my server. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do here on the first step is actually to configure the Windows firewall. So let's go over and do that really quick. So let's grab wf.msc. That is going to open the advanced firewall. Normally I ask, it's recommended to do this by group policy, but I'm just going to do it this way. Maybe later after this tutorial I can do it by group policy. So what you have to do is just go click inbound rules, new rules, and you want to do ports instead of programs. Come and we're going to open this port. That is 1433 and 4022. So next, allow. I just want it on the domain only. So I can, the name I'm going to give this is just going to be very, well, descriptive. So I'm going to say SQL port for configuration manager and finish. So once we do that, we have actually completed the first part of the tutorial. So let's quickly go over it again. We have actually checked the virtual environment, installation media. We did the AD account. We did the server configuration. We created a system management container, and also we are able to delegate the permission and also configure the firewall. So I see that this video is taking too long. So what I'm going to do right here is that I'm going to stop this video right now so that I can actually have it saved while I'm going to go to the step 2. So in the next video, we're actually going to be installing the web server, IIS, and also role, and also other features. So which might take sometimes a little bit. I really thank you so much for listening. I hope this has actually helped you to get started. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and bye bye for now.